I am at the Portuguese embassy in Bangkok, and I cannot imagine a more gorgeous location for our first interview. This house is 200 years old and was a gift from the Thai king to the Portuguese. Here we are at the Portuguese embassy in Bangkok, and we are talking about the Portuguese influence on Thai cuisine, which is a very broad subject and something that I think a lot of Thais aren't really familiar with themselves. So thank you very much for agreeing to speak with me. We just need to introduce you. So basically, what are your names and what brought you to Thailand?
Okay, I'm Francisco Vaspato. I'm the Portuguese ambassador to Thailand. And I lived here we lived here together for 5 years.
And I'm Kevin Kaliri. I'm the spouse of the Portuguese ambassador to Thailand. And as he said, we've been here 5 years.
I want to talk about how your perception of Thai food has changed. Before you even came to Thailand, what did you think Thai food was? And now that you've lived here for 5 years, how has that changed?
Yes, we have two different experiences. Mine is the Portuguese one, living in Portugal, and Kevin living in US before. For me, I really didn't know much about Thai food. There are some Thai restaurants in Portugal, but really what we experienced there, it's really nothing connected with the real Thai food that we discover when we arrive here. The flavors, the colors, the smells, everything is really different. The main dish that I thought was the main dish in Thailand is pad Thai, and basically what I discovered is that at the end is really not a traditional Thai dish. So this is the impression I had of Thai food before arriving here.
And for me, it was similar. I mean, my experience of Thai food was encapsulated in the numerous Thai restaurants on 9th Avenue in New York City. And pad Thai, of course, you assumed everything was all about pad Thai. The other thing that in the US, many people assume that larb is eaten every day by every person throughout Thailand. So these are the things, of course, you learn when you get here, that these regional dishes that become popular in a foreign setting don't really represent the enormity of the culture's real cuisine.
How do you find the Portuguese influence in Thai cuisine?
Now I see, and I studied a little bit, and I discover the real big influence that the Portuguese cuisine and the Portuguese as a country have and had, especially in the Thai food, starting with the products that the Portuguese brought 500 years ago to Thailand. And even if they were not produced in Portugal, they were brought by the Portuguese from Africa and from America. That didn't exist in Thai food. This is one of the things. Kevin can show you the products in this book that we just produced. But if you think that chili didn't exist in Thailand before the Portuguese arrived, this is a big example. Then you have corn, you have papaya, you have potato. Pineapple or peanuts or cashew that didn't exist in Thailand before. So now are part of the Thai cuisine, and it is important to register that they were brought by Portugal and the Portuguese traders. So if we didn't have come here, this will not be part of what is now the Thai food. But then you can also think about the different dishes, because you have the Portuguese desserts that are now Thai desserts. You know Maria Guiomar de Pina is, people say that she is responsible for introducing the eggs in the Thai desserts. She really did use the eggs as we use normally in the Portuguese desserts. You have phoi thong, thong gip, thong yot, that they are very traditional Thai desserts, but they are still very traditional desserts in Portugal.
And there's the story in Lisbon of a group of Thai tourists walking past a pastry shop and the comment being, "Oh look, they have Thai desserts." So this consistent, that's what history is, right? This invention and reinvention and claiming and understanding about the roots and the reality of all of these elements.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. It's been fascinating. Thank you. I learned a lot.
Um cop.
Thank you.